Why would you want to attain moksha?
I think moksha is a state of mind. Moksha is that state of mind where आप जहाँ भी हैं, जिस भी state में हैं, you are happy. There'll be people troubling you, there'll be problems coming your way, there'll be financial issues, there'll be health issues. सब कुछ ही चलता है. आपको खुद को कंट्रोल करना होता है, आपको खुद को स्टेट में लाना होता है. That state of nirvana is what I'm talking about. So it's never outside of you, it's always inside of you.
But looking at current scenario, what do you advise to these women who really feel that they are not in the right space or they're in a toxic environment?
I think it's important for both people to change because a balanced relationship is where both are, balancing each other. Where both are changing those aspects, those patterns between them, those are toxic. Recognizing what's required to be changed. Recognizing how they can help bring the best into each other and not the worst. Destiny हम अपनी खुद बनाते हैं. There is no fixed destiny. आपकी कर्मा, आपकी choices जो आप बनाते हो लाइफ में, उससे आपकी destiny create होती है.
Hi ladies out there. So as you would have watched our first episode of Resilient Queens with Vagisha, and we promise you that we'll be bringing in more such wonderful women who have stories of grit, resilience, commitment and consistency. Today we are again very delighted to have with us Mehak Khanna. Mehak
Hi,
Khanna
everyone.
is a renowned healer and a coach, and she has helped many women and men in different phases of their lives where they were facing some challenges. She herself has had her share of challenges in her life, and how she came out with those is something that we would want to know from her. So, Mehak, a very warm welcome to our
Thank you
episode,
so much,
Resilient
Nitya.
Queens. This is our very first few episodes that we are running, and we are proud.
And
we are
I'm
grateful.
delighted to be part of it.
Thank you so much. So, Mehak, so let's start straight away. So, just to first, we would want to know about what Mehak would define herself to be.
All right. So I would not define myself to be with what identity I carry. I don't like to carry labels. I think I'm just a small atom in this whole big universe. And I am a part of a divine soul who's part of a divine mission and somebody who's here to spread a lot of love.
Oh, great. So, when you talk about mission per se, now, what mission are we talking about?
Okay. So see, couple of years back, when there were a lot of things happening in my own life, is when I had my spiritual awakening. And that was the time I realized that, all those events and all those situations and all those things that happened in my life had a purpose. I was given all of that so that I could heal all of that and then I can be a light to everybody who's facing similar things. So for me, mission is the reason, the purpose why I've been brought on earth. So everybody has a mission, everybody has a purpose. It's just that you need to find it out. I have been able to figure it out because I connect very well with universal energies being a healer. And since I could find the true reason why I came, I'm living by it.
Okay. So, being a spiritual healer, is it something that you had in your mind from the very early days, or it just happened to you?
Not at all. I was neither a spiritual person nor I was a religious person. I think I was the only female in my family. I come from a joint family and I was the only one who never had all those traits. I was somebody who was very high on life, just partying all the time, having fun. It's only, when things transition in my life at a stage, you understand that there's timing for everything. It just came my way.
Okay.
So it just happened like that. So, and when I discovered that, I have those psychic abilities and I have those psychic gifts, I tried working more and more on myself to uncover all those so that I can help others with all of that I've been blessed with.
Yeah, talking about the family you were brought in, you said that you were brought in a large joint
Joint
family.
family.
So let's talk about your childhood. How was it? How many siblings are you? And how was
So
your
I come from a joint family though, but like as of now I don't have my parents alive.
sorry.
I lost them a couple of years back, and that was the time when my life actually transitioned into what I am today. Because losing on parents is a very big thing. You lose a part of you, and then when I transitioned that grief and I understood that love is something that transcends time. You may lose people physically, but love never goes away. It stays inside you. Is what was my, power that brought me until here, in spite of not having my parents around. And that was the time, when all of that happened, is when I realized that, there was a reason why I was born in a specific family. So, like, I would like to relate a little more about my family. Is see, I would not say that I don't come from a beautiful space. Now I see everybody from that space. But yes, talking in terms of spirituality, I come from a dysfunctional family. There was a lot of narcissism. There was a lot of women not looked up to in a right way, and a lot of suppression of women power. And like, I'm the first one in my complete lineage, whether it's my paternal or maternal side, to have started a business. Women have not worked ever. So that is something that I see as an empowerment coming from a family like that. While, yes, talking from a point of view of money, yes, I always came from an abundant background. My dad was in a government organization, and my mother was a very subtle person. She was somebody who was also spiritual, which obviously I did not realize then, back then when I was with her. So childhood was good because childhood बहुत ही अच्छा था in lot of ways, अच्छा नहीं भी था. Of course वो dysfunctional family में होना, वो dysfunction देखना, उसके through बड़ा होना, तो it brings lot of chaos in you too, which of course I healed in my journey. But otherwise, coming from that फैमिली सेटअप, नाउ आई मिस द जॉइंट फैमिली सेटअप, बिकॉज सुबह उठते ही इतने सारे लोग आपको दिखते हैं, एंड यू फील दैट यू हैव सो मच to look forward to within the family. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, so I'll come to your married life a little later. Now, when you say today we are living in such a disturbed world, people are fighting, people are killing each other, and here are you talking about love for one and all. Where do you get these feelings from, and how does one get those kind of feelings inside?
So, talking very precisely, Nitya, I have had betrayals in my life. I've had heartbreaks. I've had my own people stabbing me in my back, the family people itself. And I've seen whole lot of, narcissism in my life, where people would not help me grow, where people would not see me flourish. And seeing all that darkness in the world, which is everywhere, which was also inside me, is why when I realized that I'm attracting everybody like that, because वो मेरे खुद के अंदर है. And when I healed myself is when I realized that अगर एक इंसान भी heal हो जाए, वो अपने आसपास कितने लोगों में light spread कर सकता है. That became my inspiration. क्योंकि हम darkness में हैं, मतलब giving somebody the same thing back. वो कहते हैं ना, an eye for an eye. वो easy है करना, ये करना easy नहीं है, but this is beautiful.
So yeah, this is the time when people are really talking about manifestations and affirmations, and they say that you manifest what you think.
Absolutely.
But is controlling your thoughts as easy as they say?
Actually, it's more about discipline. Because thoughts एक ऐसी चीज है, दिन में plethora of thoughts सबको आते हैं. Me being a healer, ऐसा नहीं है कि मेरा mind 24 घंटे meditative state में रहता है. That's a way of converting it. वो भी possible है. But for a normal natural person who's in a daily scenario and a day-to-day life, आप thoughts control नहीं कर सकते. आप thoughts manage कर सकते हो, thoughts align कर सकते हो, और thoughts को regulate कर सकते हो. That is what I work in my coaching.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, this is something which I feel is the most difficult part. Thoughts
Yes,
manage
it
कर
is
सकते हो,
difficult,
thoughts
but I
align.
think practice makes you perfect. कहीं से शुरू करें तो कहीं पहुंच जाते हैं. अगर आप ये सोचें कि आपको curate करना है mind, because you have to do a right decision making, it is important to start from somewhere. And जब आप करने लगते हो, तो gradually it becomes a habit.
So, is there any particular inspirations that you drew from any person who got you into this state of life, which is such a happy state?
I think it's the divine love. I believe a lot in Radha Krishna. Those are my isht, and those are my divine powers that I work with. and they are all about love. So I think that is something that has always kept me in this energy of love. And I also feel that, जो आप होते हैं वही आप रिफ्लेक्ट करते हैं, और वही आप क्रिएट करते हैं, और वही आप स्प्रेड करते हैं. So my inspiration is my mother. I have seen my mother spreading love unconditionally all her life until she was alive. That time I used to feel, in fact, I'll be honest, that time I used to make fun कि आप बहुत गांधी जैसे हो, and you are too giving, because then I did not have this mindset that I have now. But जब मैं अब मुड़ के देखती हूँ, I'm following the same legacy of my mother. So she is somebody who always brought love to everybody, irrespective how the person was. And I think I would also like to do the same.
Okay. So I really feel that in this journey of love for all, a partner plays a very important role.
Yes, it's true.
How critical or how important your partner has been, and let us discuss about him. How you find him? Was it a love marriage or arranged marriage? And
All right.
all those kind of things.
Okay. So it's a very interesting thing that I would also like to talk about, because a lot of people ask me that, me being a healer, how do I balance my relationship? And he may not be a healer. How do I balance my marriage? So basically, ours was a arranged marriage, yes, not a love marriage though. So love happens post that. And it was a difficult relationship. I'll not say that, because see, till the time your own relationship with yourself is not good, it will never be good with anyone. Till the time I was in fight and war with my own self, I was fighting with him. But he has been a very constant person, and I think his presence in my life is very balancing for me. Because even in human aspects, there are days when I'm all spiritual. But गृहस्थ मैनेज करने के लिए आपको एक ऐसा पार्टनर चाहिए होता है जो आपको गृहस्थ में बैलेंस कर सके. He does that for me. And he's somebody who's very similar with a lot of things. Like he also has a spiritual side, and we both love traveling together. We do a lot of spiritual talks, and right now the phase is where he would give me a lot of intuitive messages that he gets for me. So the journey has been very beautiful. Of course, there have been ups and downs. I'll not say that it's always been a smooth road. It's never is. But I think if you're committed to love the same person, that you want to love this person and you want to be with this person, miracles happen. And my marriage is one such miracle.
So wonderful, so wonderful. Now talking about the organization that you are heading, Samsara to Nirvana. What does it mean? That's your brand. So what does it mean? How do you derive the name? And what do you propose to do with it?
Okay. So Samsara to Nirvana is the name that I got one fine day. I was just sitting, and initially I started my brand in the name of Breathe Into Your Soul. And then I suddenly had this epiphany. I was listening to a Buddhist chant, and this thought just came in that, I would like to have a different name. And when I realized my life purpose, which was spiritual transformation, so I have so far transformed a lot of people spiritually into their journeys, into my coaching, is when I realized that, my purpose in my brand of healing people is shifting them from life cycles to nirvana, to moksha. Is why I named it Samsara to Nirvana. So Samsara is a Buddhist word which means cycle of life and death. And Nirvana is enlightenment. So if anybody who comes to me, I can take you to enlightenment.
Okay, but living in this beautiful world as you are living, why would you want to attain moksha?
I think moksha is a state of mind. Moksha is that state of mind where आप जहाँ भी हैं, जिस भी state में हैं, you are happy. So problems कभी भी बाहर change नहीं हो सकती. I mean, you can't control the outside environment. There'll be people troubling you, there'll be problems coming your way, there'll be financial issues, there'll be health issues. सब कुछ ही चलता है. आपको खुद को control करना होता है, आपको खुद को state में लाना होता है. That state of nirvana is what I'm talking about. So it's never outside of you, it's always inside of you. And when you're able to find that, I think life becomes beautiful.
So when did you form this Samsara to Nirvana brand?
I started it 2 years back, and that was the time I took this as a mission and a vision to heal as many people as I come across, especially women, because I come from a background where women were suppressed, where women could not express themselves well, and I stand in my power, and I feel that women are already empowered. जो औरत एक आदमी को जन्म दे रही है वो ऑलरेडी empowered है. She just needs to see her own self. Is what is my mission to bring forward to see women in the right light.
But looking at current scenario, Mahak, you have been saying that we are seeing a lot of families which are breaking out, couples which are not compatible with each other. So, what do you advise to these women who really feel that they are not in the right space, or they are they're in a toxic environment?
See, I'll be very honest. Like I said, I transitioned a difficult marriage. It is definitely not easy because there are times when you lose patience. There are times when you feel कि अब मुझसे और नहीं होगा. This is not meant for me. But you know, again, like I said, Nitya, taking it back to that place कि आपका खुद से क्या relationship है is what you'll reflect. Of course, in some cases, partners are too toxic and they're not willing to change. If your partner is willing to change for you while you change, then you can build a relationship. But अगर कहीं ऐसा है कि women are always suppressed, you're losing your confidence all the time, there's no help, the person is only trying to drive you crazy, तो I think उस केस में separation important भी होता है because you can build a life alone or you can build a life with another person. So I don't come from that school of thought कि marriage में ही रहना चाहिए. If it is possible, build it however, whatever it takes. But if not, separation is all right.
When you say that if the man doesn't want to change, is it very important for the man to change? To just be
I think it's important for both people to change because a balanced relationship is where both are, balancing each other. Where both are changing those aspects, those patterns between them, those are toxic. Recognizing what's required to be changed. Recognizing how they can help bring the best into each other and not the worst. So it's important to change because all of us are, brought up in family systems where the conditioning goes deeper into patriarchy system wherein men are such that, they'll not look up to females. They don't see them in an empowered state. They don't see them like in the right light. That has to change.
Even in today's times, when the times have changed and women are all over the place, they are heading the government ministries, they are in the defenses, they are in the corporate world. Still, you feel that women are in a space where they are being looked down upon?
Yes, because that's what I just spoke of. That it's a patriarchal system conditioning है ना बहुत सालों की, where like I just said कि आदमी को एक औरत पैदा करती है, a woman brings a man. How can be a man more empowered? But then अगर talking of equality, I don't say there's any gender is above or beneath. But that's how the conditioning goes. वो conditioning, I think women are breaking now. So talking of the collective consciousness, right now women are in more power compared to men. And this is happening for the reason for everybody to understand that women are more powerful or women is itself a power. Shakti hai na khud mein women.
Absolutely.
So women don't need a man to complete. You would have heard that phrase जिसमें कहते हैं ना कि स्त्री अगर शंका त्याग दे तो वो स्वयं शिव बन जाती है.
Wow.
So you don't need a man to complete you. You are complete all by yourself. You just have to see that how you need to complete yourself.
So my thought is that if you are completing yourself, the breakage in family systems is due to too much of expectations from each other.
Yeah, it's because of expectations. It's because of, it's because of internal chaos people carry. It's also a lot of ego. Ego is that part of the brain जो ये कहता है कि which doesn't let you see the side of heart. Where there is love, there'll always be disagreements, there'll always be disapprovements. But जहाँ आपका ego आ जाएगा ना कि नहीं मैं क्यों, why me first, वहाँ relationships नहीं चल सकते. You have to be a adjustive and a very compromising person when it comes to building relationships. And it's all right. अगर आप पहले हैं किसी भी रिलेशनशिप में पहल करने के लिए या आप हैं ज़्यादा करने के लिए, अगर आप ये सोचेंगे ना कि वाई मी, मैं क्यों करूँ, देन यू कैन नेवर हैव अ फुलफिलिंग रिलेशनशिप्स बिकॉज रिलेशनशिप इज समथिंग लाइक अ प्लांट, नर्चर करना पड़ता है टाइम टू टाइम. यू हैव टू कीप डूइंग इट. लाइक इट्स नॉट कि आपने शादी कर ली और चलती रहेगी. जस्ट यू ब्रिंग अ प्लांट एट होम, आपको पानी डालना पड़ता है फॉर इट टू ग्रो. शादी का भी ऐसे ही, और फॉर दैट मैटर एनी रिलेशनशिप, टॉक ऑफ फ्रेंड्स, टॉक ऑफ सिबलिंग्स, you have to pour love, unconditional love, to a lot of patience, to a lot of understanding every now and then. Build karna padta hai. And these days, the only thing is women have not understood empowerment in the right way. lot of women also feel कि अच्छा we can earn for ourselves, तो हमें एक आदमी की जरूरत ही नहीं है. So empowerment is उस सिस्टम में रह के empowered feel करो. You don't need to leave a man to feel empowered कि अच्छा मैंने इसको divorce दे दिया तो मैं empowered हूँ. You can be empowered even being in a marriage. So they say that, you know, become the lotus in the pond. कि जहाँ हर तरफ you know there's कचरा and
or see lotuses all
plenty.
around you.
Yeah, that's so beautiful. So yes, my journey has been like that. I have not had a lot of help. I've not had a lot of right people in my life. Irrespective, I was right. I've had a lot of jealousy, envy, insecurity, people not letting me go ahead. But that was the time of showing resilience when I stood up for myself. I was all alone so many times. And I think I never had help in terms of human essence also, where I needed to talk, where I needed to vent out. But there was some power that was holding me, and that's the divine energies that were always around me that helped me come this far. And I think I did, my life has been a perfect example of somebody standing up for themselves in those big scenarios where people usually give up.